And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Let's see the stat sheet here for Brandon Miller.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. Inside at the 4 and the 5, it's Sohan and Wemby. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Castle in at the point. And for the Hornets, Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. Colin Sexton out there with LaMelo Ball. Stan, we're in the thick of the season. How hard is it to keep your guys engaged right now?
Well, it's the biggest challenge for a coach, to get your players to continue to listen and to continue to try to improve. You have to figure out the best way to communicate, and that's different on a player-by-player basis.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
And it's San Antonio's ball. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively. And he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit. Be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Castle. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Fades back, and San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
For 3, Sexton. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
They haven't been able to find their rhythm. That's 3 straight misses now.
Stan, the big man, Victor Wembanyama, has set a new standard for shot blocking.
Yeah, look, B.A., we've had some great rim protectors in this league, but he can also do it on the perimeter. I've seen guys turn down 3-point looks because he's standing in front of them.
Castle against Ball. To stop the run. Rebound by San Antonio. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Charlotte.
Not exactly the biggest game on the season schedule, but both teams are capable of flashing serious potential.
And last year they split their season series, so this is a chance for one of them to get the upper hand on the other.
Again, the miss by the Hornets. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Sohan, the pass to Johnson. Wembanyama screen. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Hornets trail by 9. The 3 is up. And Miller good for 3.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Here's Castle. Off the mark from 16 feet.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. San Antonio on top. They're up by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
So on the floor for the Spurs, Kelly Olynyk is out there with Taurean Prince. Then there's Harper, then it's Jordan McLaughlin, and it's Cornette in at the 5, roaming the paint. Screen by Olynyk. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They've been playing excellent team basketball. 9 wins in a row.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Here's McLaughlin. He's guarded by man. And it's McLaughlin missing.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
Knipple, second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Not an ideal start for them. The shots weren't dropping, but they're definitely surging now and could open this lead up even more.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Sohan comes in for Olynyk. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Prince. And it's Devin Vassell in for McLaughlin. 2 open that time. They didn't look easy. Vassell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. All right, Stan, Devin Vassell, a proven scorer, now with some experience under his belt. What do you make of him?
Well, he's definitely an interesting player, B.A. The important thing for him is focusing on taking more high-percentage shots.
Here's Vassell, half to the basket by Charlotte. Pass to Sohan. San Antonio moving the ball around. Harper passes to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, so comfortable inside.
That's very light work for Wembanyama from that place.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Spurs last season acquiring De'Aaron Fox. He said what this team struggled with are the things that I bring. Self-creation, being able to touch the paint, getting into the teeth of the defense and collapsing it. And regardless of how well I'm playing in a game, I still command attention. My guys never just leave me. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Sohan. And it's all from 3-point range.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist from Vassell. Johnson's got 5 points.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense.
And the basket by Bridges.
The playmaking ability of Ball. So crafty and skilled at finding his guys.
Here's Harper. Over Plumlee. No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Charlotte on top. They lead by 2. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings. So what do if you're one of those teams down there on the bottom bunk?
First of all, Ernie, you never want to be on the bottom bunk. You know why? Because the guy climbs down and he steps on your arm and he's going. You've never been to summer camp, have you?
Yeah, as long as the bed made out of solid steel, you're all good down there.
No thanks. I'm sorry. I'll pass.
And now looking at the Hornets, a very close game so far.
The front office made it a priority to lengthen the bench, and you're seeing those returns tonight.
Yeah, this is a team that can throw a lot of fresh bodies at you. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And a lot of spot-up shooters now, adding a one-dribble pull-up three to the repertoire.
Yeah, when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
The perimeter tandem, Sexton and Miller. Then it's Ball. Then it's Miles Bridges. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Back to Wembanyama. Vassell outside. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. He has 6.
Well, this is Vassell's game. He can do that all day.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Great to see players still working the in-between areas. There wasn't much resistance defensively.
Unloads from 13. Castle misses. The Hornets with a lead. Bridges finds Sexton. Shoots over Vassell. Sexton misses. San Antonio has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Shot by Johnson, no good. Charlotte has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Ball, and here are the Hornets with another bucket.
Wow, that's their 10th straight point coming off a mid-range jumper.
Castle against Ball. Vassell left side. San Antonio again can't hit. Hornets leading by 3. Here's Sexton, and another basket for Charlotte.
Oh, man, they have really heated up from mid-range.
San Antonio's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. What you appreciate about Colin Sexton, he's very team-minded offensively, Coach.
Yeah, he sees the big picture, works hard to make smart plays. Sometimes it's a pass, and other times, Brian, it's finishing the possession.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Plumlee's checked in for Charlotte. And San Antonio with a change here, too. Hornets checked in for Wembanyama. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Ball. Nice shot from the wing. Ball's got 6 in the quarter.
And the D having issues slowing down their mid-range game.
Here's Castle. Ooh, good D by Plumlee.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Jeremy Sohan. And San Antonio making a change here. Olynyk's checked in. Charlotte shooting their first free throw in this game.
Well, you know, Sexton is the definition of a spark plug. He's a high-energy, high-paced player and is terrific at creating scoring opportunities for himself. Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Sexton's got 8. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Castle. Now Cornette. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. More 2K action in just a moment. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Inside at the 4 and the 5, it's Sohan and Wemby. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Castle in at the point.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
And once he gets deep enough positioning, there's not much you can do to stop Wemby.
Sexton cashes in from 18.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
It's good from beyond the arc.
And Vassell's jumper continues to evolve and improve. He's a real threat off the catch.
Outside Miller. Another shot. Oh, it misses. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Castle fires. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
You're upgrading the three-point shot. It's big for Castle as he continues to develop.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Wembanyama. Takes a 13-footer. Yes, sir! That one goes!
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
LaMelo! Vassell there for the rebound. Spurs trail by 5. Oh, the lead pass. Great dish.
Huge bucket by Sohan. Sequences like this demonstrate his desire to accept more of a leadership.
Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Outside Vassell. In for 2. Beating the tenacious D.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief. When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time you just couldn't get it done.
Johnson, it's money from deep.
Well, look, he's got ice water in his veins. Johnson ready for his moment.
They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
Sexton, yes, sir! It's the jumper.
Well, I think Sexton enjoys taking over in the big moments. He wants to be that guy for his team.
Timeout called Mitch Johnson. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Here's Castle. Now Johnson. Right side, Wembanyama. Now here's Ball. Outside Sexton. Lets it fly from 18. It's in! Timeout called Mitch Johnson. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
I don't know if they should be greedy here and go for a three. I'd take it to the basket, get a high percentage shot, or maybe get fouled.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top here. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game, Colin Sexton.